km/h in the first gear, full stop. The frontal projection area of car is 2.38 meters square and coefficient of air resistance is 0.37. Rear axle gear ratio is 3.87:1 and the first gear ratio is 2.85:1. The radius and deformation of tires are 0.35 and 0.945. Calculate the engine horsepower needed and speed of the engine if transmission is 0.88. Transmission efficiency is 0.88. Take gradient as 1.2% and F value as 0.025. So note down. So after completing, kindly leave a message so that I can proceed for solution part. Here only thing is this one. They are given the transmission efficiency. So I will tell how to solve this problem when the transmission efficiency is given. The remaining thing, the calculation part is simple. But if they are given transmission efficiency, means you have to do slightly one more step you have to follow. Is it completed? Is it completed?
No, sir.
Okay. Not done. If syllabus is not completed, shall I take special class in the evening for 1 hour? Or people are available or not? Completed? Is it done? Others? Done. Okay. Now we will move for solution part. Now tell me, what is the mass of the vehicle they are given? M is equal to 1800 kg. Then what are all the data they are given? So we will see what are all the data they are given. Okay. So they are given the A value. Acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Yes or no? Yes, they are given. The speed, that is 12 kmph to 22 kmph they are given. Then the frontal area they are given. A is equal to 2.38 meters square. Coefficient of air resistance is 0.37. Then GT is equal to 2.85. GA is equal to 3.87. Then radius of tire is 0.33, 0.35, not 33, 0.35 meter. Then deformation factor is 0.945. Then transmission efficiency TF 0.88. Then gradient I, which is given as 1.2%. Then F is equal to 0.025. So these are all the data they have given. First we have to calculate what is the tractive force. So tractive force required, Vp is equal to Pf plus or minus Pa plus or minus Pi plus or minus Pj. So first one we have to calculate rolling resistance. Rolling resistance Pf is equal to Mfg. What is the rolling resistance? 1800 into 0.025 into 9.81. What is the rolling resistance we are going to get? Calculate it. Rolling resistance. What is the rolling resistance we are going to get?
441.45.
441.45 Newton. Then comes the air resistance. Air resistance Pa is equal to CAA V square, but V is equal to 12 plus 22 by 2, that is 34 by 2, which is equal to 17. So CA is 0.37 they are given. Area frontal area is 2.38. V is 17 by 3.6 whole square. Check it how much you are going to get. You will get around 19.63 Newton. Then comes the rolling resistance, then grade resistance. Grade resistance PI is equal to MIG by 100. So M is 1800. I is 1.2 into 9.81 divided by 100. So you will get 211.896 Newton. Inertia due to acceleration Pj is equal to M into A. P is 1800 into 2, which is 3600 Newton. Okay, check it. Are you going to get all these values? Are you getting? Okay. Now tractive force, therefore PP is equal to PF plus PA plus PI plus PJ is equal to 441.45 plus 19.63. Calculate the total value. How much you are going to get? 89 plus 3600. Calculate it and tell me how much you are going to get. I think you will get 4273. Are you getting 4272.896? 9 something you are going to get. So we'll round it to 4273. Is it completed? Have you written this one? Others? Have you written this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will erase this one, the top portion, so that it will be helpful for us to solve for speed. Okay. Next is a speed of engine, not speed, efficiency. Engine horsepower. So P naught is equal to PP into V divided by 3.6. So PP is 4273, P naught V is 12. So calculate the horsepower, which will be in terms of watts. That is 14243.25 watt. So when it comes in HP means P naught HP is equal to P naught divided by 735. So 14243.25 divided by 735. So we will get 19.37 HP. So up to here we have solved the problem, right? Yes or no? So kindly note down up to here. So the next step is very important. They have given the transmission efficiency. So transmission efficiency. Therefore, P naught HP is equal to HPT is equal to P naught HP divided by P naught HP divided by transmission efficiency. So 19.37 divided by 0.88. Check it how much HP you are going to get. So remember, whenever the transmission efficiency is given means you have to divide the HP, whatever the HP you are going to calculate, that is 19.37, simply divide it by transmission efficiency. It will be in the terms of power of the engine in terms of transmission efficiency. Calculate it how much you are going to get.
22.01.
22.01 HP. So this will be the power of the engine when the transmission efficiency is given. Next, calculate the speed of the engine. We all know the formula. So speed of the engine, N is equal to V into GT into GA divided by 0.33, 0.377 into RW. RW is equal to gamma into R naught. So gamma they have given it as a 0.945. R naught is 0.35. So you will get RW is equal to 0.330. Now speed is initial speed 12 into GT 2.85, GA 3.87, 0.377 into R naught 0.330. Calculate the RPM. How much RPM you are going to get? 12 into 2.85 into 3.87.
1063.85.
So we'll 1064 RPM. So this will be the speed of the engine. So only extra thing they have given is transmission efficiency. If the transmission efficiency is given means you have to arrive at this step. Okay, that is whatever the HP you are going to get, power of the engine divided by the transmission efficiency. So it will be the power of the engine when the transmission efficiency is given. Okay, is it clear? Okay. So kindly note down this one, note down the steps so that we can move for the next module. So this completes the first module with all problems, theory portion and all those things. I have uploaded the notes in the MS Teams. So the PPT I have uploaded, so you have to go through the PPT and the problems also I have uploaded in the form of PDF. So kindly go through that. And I have given the assignment also in the MS Teams. So kindly go through that and solve it and upload within the due date. I have given till May 27th. Okay, before that you upload it. Okay. Okay, is it completed? Shall we move for the next thing? Shall we move for next module?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Close this one. Okay. I hope the screen is visible to everyone, right? PPT is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, in the first module, we have discussed about some fundamentals of traffic flow and traffic theory, that is the speed, flow, and density. And we have seen the what are the traffic problems which are going to arise in the Indian condition, and what are the remedial measures you have to provide for reducing the traffic. And in the second module, I was telling in the starting only, it is a huge module, that is, it is a big module. So it will take time for covering, that is for understanding also it will take, but it is very simple, but it will be very large. The theory portions are very large, and in this also you may get the problems in the exam also. So today we will start with this module 2. In the module 2, we are going to discuss about the traffic survey. Okay. Can anybody tell what do you mean by survey? Can anybody tell what do you mean by survey? Survey. Any idea? So survey means a collection of data. Okay. Usually when collection of data, so that we are going to call it as a survey. Here we are going to, in the second module, we are going to collect the data which is required for traffic facilities. So which are those traffic facilities? That is the whether it may be a traffic signal, so traffic interchange, that is the ramps or the flyovers, underpasses. Those are the traffic facilities based on the data collected. Okay, based on the traffic survey, you are going to provide the traffic facilities in the given road. So today we are going to see what are the various types of traffic studies or traffic surveys we are going to conduct, what are their objectives. So then what are the methods to represent those data we are going to discuss. Okay, the first one is what is a traffic survey. You can see in the photo that they are simply standing on the road, and they will be collecting the data. So they are standing on the road, and they will be counting the number of vehicles and road condition. So road condition and number of vehicles they are going to count. Road condition and number of vehicles they are going to count. So collection of traffic data. We all know that traffic means movement of vehicles. So collection of movement of vehicles, that we are going to call it as a traffic survey. So traffic engineering studies are carried out for collecting traffic data. I was telling, right, for collecting data we are going to call it as survey. So we are collecting traffic data, so that is called traffic survey. So traffic engineering studies are carried out to analyze the traffic characteristics and their movements along the identified route. Not only collecting the data, so it is also it will be helpful in analyzing the traffic characteristics. That is traffic characteristics like that is road characteristics and vehicle characteristics. So analyzing those data, we are going to call it as a traffic survey. And their movements, how they will be moving, that is whether the speed, how much speed they are moving, and what is the flow of the traffic in the given road, then what is the density of the traffic in the given road. All those data we are going to collect. Okay, this comprise of all these we are going to call it as a traffic survey. So in your daily life, when you are moving on the road, means some people will be putting the tent on the nearby the road, and they will be collecting the data. I think many of you have all observed that there will be tent, and they will be putting board. You can see, if you zoom this one, means there is a board like this, that is the government of Karnataka, government of India is conducting traffic volume survey, and they will be simply noting down the data. that is how many number of vehicles are moving, what type of vehicles are moving, all those things we are going to collect as a collection of data. Then after collecting the data, we should not keep the data in a idle manner. It should be analyzed. So analyzing the data and how the traffic movement will be done, those things we are going to collect as a traffic survey, or we are going to collect as another name called traffic studies also. So don't get confused in the question paper also. If they ask survey, which is equal to studies. Okay, studies and surveys both are same in the exam. Is it clear? Is it clear? I think how many of you have observed this one? The tent will be there. In the tent, some 4 to 5 members will be sitting and they will be counting the number of vehicles. Anybody observed that one in your daily life? Anywhere? Anybody observed? Kindly respond. If it is yes, you can say yes. If it is no, you can say no. Okay. Some few members have observed that they will be collecting the road data and number of vehicles. Okay. This is about traffic survey. Next, what are the objectives of a traffic survey? So this is the very important question for your IA. So you can note down important question for your IA. So there will be one question on this. So objectives of traffic survey for 10 marks it will be asked. So 10 marks. So what are the objectives? In general, I told right objectives means the traffic survey means collection of data. So collection of data we are going to collect as what I can say the traffic survey. So why we require that traffic data? Why we require the traffic data? Why? Because planning and designing traffic facilities. I told right traffic facilities means it may be a road signal, that is traffic signal. It may be a interchange, that is a flyover or ramps. Interchange, that is a flyovers or underpasses. Then a pedestrian skywalk. Pedestrian skywalk. So for planning and designing these traffic facilities, whether it may be a signal, flyover or underpass or pedestrian skywalk, we require this traffic data. So based on the whatever the data you have collected, so whether it may be a speed data, whether it may be a volume data, so based on the data we are going to provide the traffic facilities like traffic signal, flyovers, underpass and pedestrian skywalks. Then determining the need for traffic control devices. So there are 3 traffic control devices are there, very important. So determining the necessity of traffic control devices, which are those? One is traffic signal. So it is necessary for traffic signal. Then traffic signs. So these are the control. Then road markings. Road markings. So these are the 3 traffic control devices. So determining, if we get the data from the traffic survey, whether for example, if you consider a road, a junction is there like this. So a junction is there. So in this every time the traffic jam is going to take place, so we have to provide or we are going to suggest a traffic control device. So if we adopt a zebra crossing with traffic signal, okay, if we adopt a zebra crossing with traffic signal means we can reduce the jamming condition. So determining the need for traffic control device we are going to provide. Then studying the effectiveness of introduced facilities or schemes. Okay, what are the facilities we are going to provide? That is whether it is effective or not. So from the data you have suggested that some these facilities you can provide, you have to check whether those facilities are effective or not. Those facilities are effective or not, you are going to check it. Then diagnosing given situation and finding a appropriate solution. So you are going to analyze the situation when where the traffic data is collected and providing appropriate solution. For example, if you consider a signal, that is if you consider an intersection, during data collection, the situation is worst in condition, that is the jamming condition is happening there. So you finding appropriate solution, the appropriate solution is providing traffic signals. So for this we require this traffic survey data. Then forecasting the effects of projected strategies. So the projected in future, what may be the strategies you have to do, those things we require. So for that we require this data, that is the traffic survey data is very important. Then calibrating and validating traffic models. So we have already seen one traffic model, that is a green shield model. So calibrating these types of models and validating, that is empirically validating these models, we require this traffic survey. So these are the 6 objectives which is very necessary for conduction of traffic survey. One is planning and design of traffic facilities, determining the need for control devices, then studying the effectiveness of introduced facilities, then diagnosing the situation and finding appropriate solutions, then forecasting the effect of projected strategies. That is at present you are providing signals, in future how this signal will be working, those things you are going to check. Then calibrating and validating traffic models. So that is so many models we are going to develop, that is the equations you are going to develop. So calibrating that equations and validating by conducting the field study you are going to do. So these are the objectives of traffic service. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, types of traffic studies. Okay, in the exam, they may ask for 2 marks. Okay, you should be very careful while answering this one. Types of traffic surveys or traffic studies. The traffic engineering studies or surveys are generally carried out. What are the various types of surveys? Means one is a spot speed study, speed and delay studies, traffic volume study, origin and destination study, parking studies, and accident studies. Okay, as the name indicates, these two belongs to speed studies. So these two belongs to speed studies, and this is counting the number of vehicles, that is number of vehicles coming on the road. Here you are going to ask origin and destination. Origin and destination you are going to collect. Then this comes the parking. With respect to parking, how the studies are going to conduct. Then comes the very interesting thing is accident study. So why? Because in India, majority of the people will die because of these accidents only. So what are the main causes for these accidents and what are the remedies you are going to discuss in the accident study? So I told right, studies are divided into 6 categories. One is spot speed study, speed and delay studies. So study, sorry for the inconvenience. So the studies are divided into 6 categories. One is spot speed study, speed and delay studies, traffic volume study, origin and destination study, parking studies, and accident studies. I have to tell one thing in this, all these studies means there is one general format. Whenever they have asked any type of study means you should be answering the general format. I will tell what is the general format. For example, if they ask explain spot speed studies, okay, what you have to write? Okay, first one is objectives you have to write. What is this? What are the objectives of spot speed? Then methods to conduct, methods, then presentation. Okay, these are the 3 you should follow This is the general guidelines you should follow for all these three studies. If all the studies are asked, means first you have to write the objectives, methods, then presentation. Okay. So whenever they have asked explain traffic volume survey or explain classified traffic volume survey, means what are the objectives you have to write? That is 4 to 5 objectives you have to write. Then what are the methods? That is a brief explanation you have to give. Then how you are going to represent that data what you have collected. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? The various studies and how to write these studies. Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, before going to, I told right in the last slide, these two studies are belongs to speed studies. So before going to speed studies, we should know what are the various types of speed. Can anybody tell? In the first module, we have discussed two types of speeds. Any idea? Any idea? In the first module, we have discussed two types of speed. That is, one is time mean speed and space mean speed. We have already discussed in the first module. Okay, so here also we are going to discuss. So speed is one of the most important characteristics of traffic. So the rate of movement of traffic we are going to call it as speed. So it is the major characteristics which involves in the traffic survey. So speed is the, we all know that rate of movement of traffic or specified components of traffic, that we are going to call it as speed. Then it is necessary to know the different types of speed measurements met within the traffic engineering, and then so in general we are going to call it as a speed. Again, the speeds are divided into 5 category. Again, the speeds are divided into 5 category. One is a spot speed, running speed, journey speed, time mean speed, and space mean speed. So again, the speed is divided into 5 category. So spot speed, running speed, journey speed, time mean speed, and space mean speed. So these 5 will be asked as a write a short note on these 5, and they will give for 10 marks. Okay, 10 marks they are going to have simply writing the definitions of spot speed, running speed, journey speed, time mean speed, and space mean speed. So these are the 5 types of speeds which will be using in future. That is, whenever we are using a journey speed, means you should have the definition. You should know what is that journey speed, what is that running speed also. Okay, now we will move to types of speed. So spot speed, what do you mean by this spot speed? Spot speed means it is the instantaneous speed of a vehicle at a specified location. What do you mean by instantaneous? What do you mean by instantaneous? Can anybody tell? What do you mean by instantaneous? Instant. At that instant means what it indicates? At that time, right? At that time? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. At that time, what will be the speed? For example, a car will be moving. Okay, a car will be moving at a particular location. So at the time is 9:29. So at 9:29 a.m., what will be the speed of that vehicle? At that 9:29 a.m., what will be the, at that instant, what is the speed of the vehicle? That we are going to call it as a spot speed. Okay, you remember spot speed means it is the instantaneous speed of the vehicle. Okay, remember it is the instantaneous speed of the vehicle at a given location. Okay, for example, nearby in front of the college. Okay, in front of the main gate, you are going to collect the spot speed data, means at 9:29 a.m. for example, a bus is moving. For that bus, what is the instantaneous speed? That speed we are going to call it as spot speed. Then comes the running speed. As the name itself, it indicates that running speed, it will be the average speed of the vehicle without any delay. So remember, average speed of the vehicle, that is speed of the vehicle without any delay. Delay means extra time spent by the driver. Delay means extra time spent. So whenever we are going for a trip or when you are moving from one place to another place means there will be delays will be there. Why the delays will be there? Because of drinking the tea or other works will be there. So if you are moving from one place to another without any delay, so the vehicle speed that we are going to call it as a running speed. Remember, running speed means it is the speed of the vehicle without any delay. Without any delay. That is keep on moving without stopping your vehicle anywhere. Keep on moving without stopping your vehicle. That we are going to call it as a running speed. Then comes the journey speed, which is vice versa. So average speed of the vehicle with all delays. With all delays. That is whatever the delay you are going to do. For example, you will be moving from A to B. So your origin is A and your destination is B. You will be moving 10 kilometer. You are taking a break at C. So this will be the delay. Then again 10 kilometer. You will be taking, you will be diverting the vehicle and you are going to take the break here at D. So this will be the delay. Again at 5 kilometer, again you are going to take a break. So this will be the delay. Then again at 10 kilometer you are going to reach it. So with the delay at C, what is the delay you have encountered? At D, what is the delay? At E, what is the delay you have encountered? So those delays will be added to the journey time. So that we are going to call it as a with all delays. One is running speed, average speed of the vehicle without any delay. Journey speed, average speed of the vehicle with all delays. Then comes the time mean speed, which is also always which is already known to us. That is average speed of the vehicle at one point over a period of time. Okay, whenever it comes time means it should be ended with the time only. Here you remember, whenever it comes with the time means it should end it with time. So it is the average speed of the vehicle over a period of time. Then comes the space mean speed. It is the speed of the vehicle over a space. Over a space. Okay, these are the 5 types of speeds you should remember. Spot speed, instantaneous speed of the vehicle. Running speed, average speed of the vehicle without any delay. Without any delays. Then journey speed, average speed of the vehicle with all delays. With all delays, that we are going to call it as a journey speed. Then time mean speed, it is the average speed of the vehicle over a period of time. At a given point over a period of time, we are going to call it as time mean speed. Then space mean speed, it is the average speed of the vehicle in a given particular time over a space. That is, for example, if you consider a road, okay, I'll draw a road. So, for example, this will be the space of around 5 kilometer. The distance between these two is 5 kilometer. At this 5, within this 5 kilometer, what is the speed of the vehicle which is moving? That will be the face mean speed. For time mean speed, at this point, for example, at 10 o'clock, at 10 a.m., what is the speed of the vehicle? That we are going to calculate as a time mean speed. Okay, you should remember this types of speeds. Okay, why? Because they will ask define all these speeds for 10 marks, defining 2 marks on each speed. So, spot speed, instantaneous speed of the vehicle, running speed, average speed of the vehicle without any delay, journey speed, average speed of the vehicle with delay, with all delays, then time mean speed, average speed of the vehicle over a period of time. Space mean speed, average speed of the vehicle over a space. Is it clear? All the types of speeds? Is it clear? Is it clear? Others?
Yes, sir.
Is I moving fast or is it okay with my speed? Kindly respond. Is the speed is okay or I am moving with fast?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next, we will move to, I told right, there are two types of speed surveys are there. That is, one is a spot speed study and another one is a speed and delay study. So after your IA, we are going to see this, what is the speed and delay. For your IA, there are two parts are there. One is a spot speed study. Another one is a traffic volume survey. Okay, traffic volume. These two studies will be there for your IA. In the second module, you should remember what is this traffic volume and spot speed. So the later we'll see this. What is this speed and delay studies? So next, these are the two types. So I told right. The first thing you should write the objectives. Okay. So you can see here. I told right. Spot speed. What is the spot speed? It is the instantaneous speed of the vehicle at a given particular location. Have you observed the interceptor on the Devanali flyover during evening time? Have you, anybody observed? A jeep will be there, a police vehicle will be there, and they will in that a constable will be sitting and he will be focusing on your vehicle. Have you observed that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, in that there will be a radar gun will be there, which will be focusing your vehicle. After focusing, it will automatically record the speed of the vehicle at that instant. Okay, that type of survey we are going to conduct. That we are going to call it as a spot speed survey. That's why I have indicated it as a interceptor. In the interceptor, you can see at the top a radar gun will be provided. So it will check the instantaneous speed or spot speed of your vehicle. Then a radar gun which is used, that is a hand radar gun. But in India, hand radar gun is not available. But it will be mounted in the police jeep. That is a vehicle, separate vehicle called interceptor will be there. In that the radar gun will be fixed and they will be noting down the instantaneous speed. If you are exceeding the limit, means they will make you to stop the vehicle and they will make you to pay the fine for excess speed. So this is about the spot speed. So what are the objectives or users of this spot speed study? Why we are going to conduct this spot speed study, and what are the users for users when we conduct this spot speed study? So to plan traffic regulations and control measures. That is the traffic control measures means there is a traffic signboards. Usually to plan the traffic signboard, especially the speed limit, So it will be helpful to plan the traffic regulation and control measure, especially the traffic sign or especially in the form of speed limit. Then to design or redesign of various geometric elements. Okay, the geometric elements are horizontal curve. So designing the horizontal curve, then vertical curve, then super elevation. So designing these horizontal, that is the geometric elements, designing and redesigning of these geometric elements helps. So whenever we conduct this spot speed study, it will helps to design or redesign various geometric elements. And to decide the design speed of existing road and new road. So you should know what is this design speed means. It is the maximum speed. Okay, it is the maximum speed on a road. So kindly make a note of it. Design speed means it is the maximum speed on a road without any obstruction. Without any obstruction, if the speed is there on the vehicle, if this vehicle is moving with at that speed, means that we are going to call it as design speed. So whenever we are conducting spot speed study, means it will help us to design the existing road and new road. That is, it will help in the design speed. So it will help in the fixing the design speed of existing road or new road. Then to study the traffic capacity, that is, we already know capacity means density. So to know the density of vehicles which are present on the road, it will be helpful to conduct before and after improvement studies. So for example, I will consider a road is there. So accident rate is more here. So you have installed a speed breaker here. So based on the spot speed study, you have installed a traffic control measure, that is speed breaker. So before how many accidents are happening, you are going to note down. Then after installing the speed breaker, how many number of accident has occurred? That is a before and after improvement studies. So to conduct it will be helpful to conduct before and after improvement studies. It will be helpful. Then to determine problems of congestion on roads and relative capacity. So the jamming condition. What is the problem for jam? And what are all the relative capacity? When the jam is there, means what is the capacity of the road, which will be helpful, which is determined by the spot speed study. Then to find speed trends with respect to last several years, to check the speed trend. So in the last year, the vehicles will be moving with 40 kmph, but as the time progresses to the next year, the speed may be increased or speed may be decreased, which can be determined by this spot speed data. So which can be determined by this spot speed data. That is the speed trends with respect to last several years or successive years, we can easily calculate. Then in accident studies and preventive measures. So in accident studies, we are going to conduct this at that spot. What will be the speed of the vehicle? And you are going to provide the remedial measures you are going to provide. Okay, these are the some objectives or uses of spot speed studies. Okay, in the exam they will ask list out or enumerate the objectives or uses of spot speed study. They will ask for 8 marks. So there are 8 points, 7 to 8 points are there. If you write all the points, you will get full 8 marks. So one thing I have to inform is I will highlight something, so that will be common for all the studies. Okay, I will highlight this one. So this point, so whatever I am circling, it is common for all the studies. Whatever the studies we are going to discuss in future, this objective is common for all the studies. This is the common. You can write starting only to conduct before and after improvement studies. Okay, this is the common thing. So these are the objectives of the spot speed study, that is to plan traffic regulation and control measures, especially the speed limit, to design and redesign various geometric elements, especially the horizontal curve, which is basically depends on the speed, vertical curve, which is basically depends on the speed, super elevation, which is basically depends on the speed. Then to decide the design speed, that is fixing the design speed, which is based on the spot speed survey. Then to study the traffic capacity, which will be obtained from the spot speed study only. Then to conduct before and after studies. Then problems for congestion. I told right, for what are the problems for jamming condition? What are their relative capacity? Whenever there is a jamming condition, means the density is going to decrease. Then to find the speed trends, how the speed will be varied with respect to time and with respect to years, how it is varying. So that can be obtained. Then in the accident studies, to know the causes and the preventive measures. Okay, these are the some objectives of spot speed study. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, that is next is a measurement of spot speed study. So I told right, you have to follow first one objectives, then uses. Second one is methods or measurement, how you are going to measure. Then presentation of data. Then you are going to give presentation of data. How you are going to present that data. So the various methods are available. Only the very simple methods are there in your syllabus. That is the first one is based on the time. Okay, that is taken by the vehicle to cover a known distance. For example, a 10-kilometer road is there. 10-kilometer road. This is A, this is B. What is the time required to travel from A to B? Travel from A to B. That is, we know the time, we know the distance. If we know the time, means we can easily calculate the speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. So if we know the distance, we already know the distance. If we note down the time required to move from one point to another point, that we are going to calculate it as a spark speed. Okay, this is very simple procedure. Under that, there is a direct timing procedure. So directly noting down the time required to travel from one point to another point. Then enoscope, which is very important from IA point of view, from the examination point of view, it will be very useful. They will ask for 8 marks about enoscope. Okay. Then pressure contact tubes, which are all working on the same principle, that noting down the time taken to cover a known distance. Then radar speed meter. I told right, the police will be sitting in a jeep and he will be monitoring the speed. So that radar speed meter. Then photographic method, using capturing the photos, we are going to note down the spot speed. Okay, these are the various methods which are used to obtain the spot speed data. One is direct timing procedure, enoscopic method, pressure contact tubes, radar speed meter, then photographic method. So in the next class, that is on Tuesday, Wednesday, I am going to discuss all these various methods and how we are going to represent the data of spot speed we are going to discuss. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll stop the class. It's already 9:54. Stop sharing the screen. So I think for your IA, the first portion, the first module full will be there. In the second module, I have already uploaded the PPT in the MS Teams. Kindly go through that. So till that you will be having, that is spot speed studies and traffic volume studies will be there. So for your IA, okay, you can leave. Thank you. Have a good day.